Have you ever decided to watch a movie because of something you were feeling or going through? Maybe you were feeling lonely or depressed. Maybe you had a long stressful day at work or school, or maybe you were going through a breakup. Everyone knows that movies can provide an escape from our current reality. We project ourselves onto our favorite characters, or as Nicole Kidman eloquently puts it, our heroes feel like the best parts of us and stories feel perfect and powerful. But what if I told you that movies can be more than an escape? What if I told you that by watching certain movies, you can gain a deeper understanding of your own thoughts and emotions and work through issues like anxiety, depression, relationship struggles, and trauma? In this video, we'll explore the benefits of using movies as a therapeutic tool, and along the way, we'll break down some examples from our favorite films. Without further ado, this is Movie Therapy. Initially coined as cinema therapy in 1990, this technique works by using film to facilitate emotional and psychological healing, increase self-awareness, develop coping skills, and provide insight. Depending on what you're going through, you would view a movie relevant to your situation, after which you would contemplate, discuss, or write about the themes, characters, or plot lines relevant to what you're going through. In the process, you'll gain a better understanding of your emotions, behaviors, and relationships, which will aid in achieving the goals you have set. Something that makes movie therapy unique is how it provides a safe space to explore personal issues, and you can even view what's going on in the film as a proxy for your real-world experiences. For example, a person dealing with alcohol abuse could view a film in which the main protagonist is dealing with the same problem and eventually overcomes it, which can lead to a sense of inspiration for the viewer that they too can overcome this issue. Movie therapy works best in conjunction with a licensed therapist, although in circumstances where seeing a therapist isn't possible, with the right approach and mindset, you can approach movie therapy on your own. The classic example of a film that can find its way into a movie therapy rotation is Lost in Translation. Directed by Sofia Coppola, this 2003 dramedy follows an aging movie star and a neglected young college graduate who form an unlikely friendship while in Tokyo. It's a film that explores loneliness, existentialism, and communication issues. Our protagonists are seemingly isolated in an unfamiliar environment where they initially struggle to fit in, but as the story progresses, they discover that even the most foreign situations can be made into something comforting. For someone going through significant transitions in their life and/or experiencing the aforementioned isolated feeling, this can be a helpful tool for self-reflection. A personal favorite of mine, Her is the quintessential film on desiring a connection. This Spike Jonze sci-fi drama tells the story of Theodore, who after going into depression when his marriage ends, finds love with an operating system. Her is the perfect recommendation for a person going through the challenges of forming a meaningful connection with people, and those that want to improve their own interpersonal relationships. Its commentary on artificial intelligence and the dating landscape remain relevant to this day. And for someone who struggles with loneliness, it works as a means to explore their fears, desires, and expectations out of a potential relationship. A modern classic that is both powerful and subtle, The Farewell, as its title presumes, deals with saying goodbye and all the emotions that come with it. When a Chinese-American family discovers that their beloved matriarch has been given only weeks to live, they decide to return to China under the guise of a fake wedding. It dives headfirst into themes of grief, cultural identity, and the dynamics of family. For a person that finds themselves in a complicated relationship with their cultural identity and the expectations that come with it, this film will speak to you. Those that live in an immigrant household will find themselves relating and sympathizing with our protagonist who feels the pressure of balancing her American upbringing with her Chinese heritage. And for those struggling with loss, this film's realistic portrayal of grief and family trying to keep it together can help viewers gain insight into their own struggles as well as learning healthy coping strategies. One of the most aesthetically and audibly pleasing films I've ever seen, Blade Runner 2049 may not seem like an obvious pick, but beneath the surface there is a lot that one can take away from watching it. It's the story of a replicant named K who discovers a secret that threatens to destabilize society while also gripping with his own identity. For people struggling with their own sense of identity or purpose, this film provides a strong metaphor. Its commentary on mortality and the impact of memories make it an out-of-the-box choice for someone searching for meaning in their life. What I love about movie therapy is that there are so many ways to approach it. For example, there are subcategories such as popcorn cinema therapy, in which the main focus is on viewing the movie rather than reflecting on it, or cathartic cinema therapy, in which you view films in order to evoke an emotional response like crying or laughing. If you are working with a licensed therapist, they can provide a list of recommended films, but if you are taking this journey on your own, there's plenty of guides online breaking down which films tackle whatever issue you may be facing. A few more quick recommendations for myself would be Grave of the Fireflies, for someone needing help in processing grief and trauma, Inside Out, for someone learning to recognize and express their emotions productively, and finally, The Wrestler, a tragic and beautiful film for those exploring their own self-worth, relationship problems, and coming to terms with mortality. I wanted to end this video with a few fun facts promoting movie therapy. Did you know that movie therapy can save your marriage? In a study conducted at the University of Rochester, newlyweds were separated into 4 groups, 3 of which would participate in cinema therapy and view movies on the topics of conflict resolution and intimacy, while the 4th group would be the control group and wouldn't participate. When following up on these couples 3 years later, they found that the couples in the movie therapy groups divorced at a rate of 11% compared to the control group that divorced at a rate of 24%. Did you know that movie therapy can be a good aid for teaching children better behavior? In a 2010 study, researchers used cinema therapy over the course of 6 sessions with 3 children whose parents were going through divorce. In all 3 cases, the movies helped the children identify and articulate emotions, promote sharing, and develop coping skills. Did you know that movie therapy is becoming a lot more prominent in traditional therapy? According to a survey done in 2004, among 827 licensed psychologists, 67% reported using movies in treatment, with a whopping 88% reporting this use as effective. Before closing out this video, I wanted to reiterate that if you feel like you are in need of help due to emotional or mental distress, I would strongly recommend seeking help from a licensed therapist if possible. Self-care and treatment is important, but the best results are seen when used in conjunction with professional help. I am not sponsored by any mental health services, but it's what my career centers around, so I understand its importance. I left a few links in the description for those wanting to take that first step. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.